100% Shaq. Oh wow, okay, game 4, it started. Sugar. They don't give us long enough between games to like prepare mentally or whatever. Oh, this is going to be a fast one. Hannah, you can start dinner. Alright, so. Welcome back, guys, to the Empire Collective Cup. This is game number 4 between Lojza and Mr. Yo, and this is a really important game for Lojza now, because if he wins this, he can draw this series, but if Mr. Yo wins this game, then it will be his victory overall, taking it 3-1. Score at the moment 2-1 to Mr. Yo, of course. But here we go with game number 4. This is a really awesome map. It is Civil War, and rarely do games on this map last longer than 15 minutes of in-game time. That's 10 minutes almost of real life time. And dinner takes 40 minutes to make, so it's going to be late. No, we said that Hannah would start cooking dinner towards the end of the last game so that we could eat it, because I've not eaten yet, and it's nearly 8 o'clock. I'm really hungry. Anyway, should probably pay attention to the game and do our intros and all of that good stuff. So down to the south of the map, in the purple, we have Lojza playing as the Chinese, and up to the north of the map, in the blue, we have Mr. Yo playing as the Mongols. Both players having a scuffle with their scouts. Lojza got the lower hand. Mr. Yo there taking a little bit of health away, and not only taking Lojza's scout down, or taking his scout's health away, taking the sheep away as well, stealing 2 sheep at the start of this map. Pretty important, because fast feudal time on this map is going to be huge. And Mr. Yo coming in with his villager. This is ballsy. He's done loom, and he is going to go to try and steal a boar. Now, he's backing off, and I feel like that's a little bit of a shame. He could still grab this boar. It's not that far away from the first one. And he could successfully pull that back. That is not a long distance to travel. There's nothing blocking the villager. And with the loom, he could make that lure. So I'm not sure why he's not going for it, but he will go for the big fish instead. And this map, it's an awesome map. You can't really wall it. This map is almost impossible to wall because of the shallows that surround your island. The big fish here, they're tempting to fish them, but a fast feudal time is almost always necessary, because if you don't get to the feudal age fast, then you're going to have a bad time. Your opponent can drush you, they can trush you, they can do a lot of bad things. You don't want to know. It's not good if you're slow to feudal. So, and also the stone out on the edge forces, and gold out on the edge forces players away from this small starting area at the start. So it's a really awesome map, and it's very rare that a game on this map lasts all that long. So, anywho, while the game is paused, we'll say a big thank you to SearchEngineRevs.com. Shout out to them for providing, I was going to say promoting, that's not the right word, providing $1,000 for the prize pool for this event. And they are a search engine optimization company based in Canada, and they've been doing it for a very long time. I think like 8 years they've been doing SEO for now. And basically, if you want to appear higher in the Google search, if you're selling things online or whatever, and you want to be seen online, then they are the guys to talk to. And wow, I was getting distracted by that boar lure, sorry, but they're the guys to talk to. And if you want to find out more information down below the stream, or below the YouTube video if you are watching on YouTube, which no one is just yet, because I'm streaming this right now. But I don't know, I'm so tired, I don't even think I'm making any sense. Whatever. Anyway, Lojza here, having 2 sheep stolen away, and with Mr. Yo being the Mongols, taking that hunt bonus, Mr. Yo is almost undoubtedly going to have the faster feudal time here. Question is, what will he do with it? Will he do a barracks and drush? Will he make scouts? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. And Lojza, getting a little unlucky, he's not actually scouted his final sheep here. He needs to come down south a little bit and find them. There we go. He's discovered his sheep, his almighty sheep. The reason I got distracted by this boar is because that's actually landed in a really awkward position, and it's in front of the TC. So that is not a great boar position, because obviously villagers have to walk a lot further. You want to land it under the TC, not behind it, because they have to walk all the way around, and that's just lame. That's very, very lame. You know how I said about games on this map being really fast? Well, both players have docked, so maybe not quite as fast this time around, but we'll see. I think, you know, the key to winning this is like super high aggression. That is for sure. Did I say we'll have to wait and see again? Tiger's just like constantly on my back about that. I'm gonna make a conscious effort not to say that next time around. That's for sure. They are both players building a dock here, and they're both going to be making some fishing ships, of course, to grab these big fish. The interesting thing about this is that like the fishing ships have nowhere to run to like deep sea. There's nowhere they can go to escape things like this. Any land unit can attack any fishing ship at any time because they cannot get out of range of them. So Lojza can't even run his fishing ship away here. All he can do is bring a villager over and try and scare the scout back, and Mr. Yo can just go back to luring his deer, which means that Mr. Yo is going to have a much faster feudal time, not only because of that hunt bonus, but because he's got the extra sheep, because he's pushing the deer, because of course he has a fishing ship, and Lojza, well, he's about to run out of food altogether. So I'm very, very scared for Lojza right now. Things are about to go very much tits up, so to speak, and if he doesn't go feudal in just a sec, he is in trouble. There you go. He's just clicked up, thankfully, just making it. But food-wise, he's very, very low. And we can see Mr. Yo adding in a barracks on the front. The question is, will he go for scouts, or will he go for man-at-arms? Now, judging by the fact he's pushing more deer towards the TC, I'm going to go with scouts. He could go and take the gold here. He's found the gold. He could take that, send 2 vills out and make some man-at-arms, but considering he has 3 fish, considering he has more deer to take, more sheep to take, he's definitely 3000% going for scouts here. If only he could get the wood. Mr. Yo doesn't have the wood to build his stable yet. That's going to delay him a little bit. There we go. He's now got the wood. There's the stable coming up. Very messy eco, but it's all about speed. 25 pop. Mr. Yo going to kill Lojza's scout. Of course, the extra +2 attack coming in right there as well. And for Lojza, another dock. Is Lojza insane? Is he been smoking crack this morning or something? I don't know what he's doing right now, but a second dock? Really? A second dock? Like, I don't know, maybe he's thinking galleys are going to be able to save his ass or something, but these scouts, they're vicious, they're ruthless, they're taking down the fishing ships. Fishing ships can't sail away fast enough. Even with full wind in their sails, the scout will chase them down. And, yeah, totally realistic, of course, the scout traveling over the shallows as fast as a ship. Why would a fishing ship even be? You know what? Let's not go there. Lojza, though, actually walling up, though. He's going to try and keep himself safe. Like I said, you can't really wall this map, but Lojza will bloody well try. He's basically... This is hilarious. He looks like a bot right now, AI Lojza. How is he going to wall this up before the scouts come in? I don't know. But we can expect to see some dead villagers right here as they run towards the TC and desperately try and wall this off. Yeah, maybe run towards the boats. That might help you out a little bit. But even the boats, minimal damage at best to these scouts. Lojza's lost 1 vill. He's going to lose more. 2 down. And 1 scout will fall. But he is going to get the wall. He is going to complete it. And now it's just up to the scouts to go and find the vills that are taking gold. Because Lojza, Mr. Yo knows for sure that Lojza has to be taking gold in order to make galleys, and he's seen 2 docks, so he knows that galleys are coming out, so all he has to do is find the gold. Might be easier said than done, but I guess with the Mongols having extra 2 line of sight on the scouts, they are going to be able to scout a lot faster, and Lojza here going to want to wall up his gold. There you go. Doing that. Exactly that. It's like, come on, I'm reading his mind right now. Anyway, he can certainly be a nuisance. He might kill a villager over here, or not, because he's not really paying that much attention to anything right now, it seems. But Lojza's going to try and take a pot shot, but he misses his opportunity. He has, however, got water control, so he can go kill the fish at the back. He can do a lot of damage there. And I'm wondering how important water control really is here. Lojza is behind, to say the least. It's going to be a tough game now. And maybe, just maybe, these galleys, will be able to do enough damage here. We'll see. We'll see. Right now, 2 docks for Lojza, 2 docks for Yo. And Yo is, of course, trying to catch up in galley count. But saying that, Lojza only has 2 galleys. Oh, he's going to catch these villagers red-handed. He's going to find them. And it looks like, I think Mr. Yo going to drop a tower over on these gold gatherers over here. And obviously, Lojza, without a single barracks even, he's got nothing that he could do. It's nothing he could do to, well... I should have said that. There is something you can do. You can attack with villagers, of course, but in terms of military production, there's no military units he can make to stop these because he doesn't have a barracks. You get my point. With the scouts here, though, that's going to be the downfall of some vills. There's another one going to die, and these villagers will escape for now. Mr. Yo dropping the tower, of course, on the gold pile, and if Lojza cannot protect his gold, he cannot make more ships, and it's essentially GG. But yeah, I mean, Mr. Yo killing 8 units so far, losing just 4. Mr. Yo is a total of 8 villagers ahead, and Lojza, has he even got villagers coming out the TC right now? I don't know. He's got like 9 or 10 villagers on the berries on the left side. He's trying to take enough wood to make boats, but he's struggling, and this tower will go up. The gold now gonna be running dry, it seems, until Lojza either builds a new mining camp somewhere or takes this tower down one way or the other. But yeah, I mean, obviously in this situation, Yo is so far ahead now. In villager count alone, he is nearly 10 villagers ahead of Lojza. He's got more fish as well, I think. He's got 5 fish versus Lojza's 2. And even with Lojza having water control, he's not able to take these fish down yet. So yeah, Lojza's definitely been smoking something. Maybe not crack, who knows. But yeah, I mean, Mr. Yo here gonna have to fall back a little bit. His fish might be under a little bit of trouble. But with Lojza having so many extra, Yo having so many extra vills, I don't see how Lojza could really win this game in this position. I mean, he might do a bit of eco damage to Yo if he can find the villagers. And I mean, he's going back here. He's not chasing the fish. He could have hit that stone, but instead he's gone back, and Mr. Yo's going to build a new mining camp back here anyway, keep those villas safe. He's still fighting over here, villagers going down, and this is just looking painful for Lojza at the moment. And maybe, you know, Mr. Yo will build a couple more scouts, send them down here to finish these villas off. And oh, I like this. Lojza's trying to wall those villagers in so that they can kill the tower. It's a ballsy move, but it doesn't look like it's going to pay off. The tower will still stand, and Lojza's going to run out of gold at this rate. These vills, 3 health remaining, 1 health remaining. He's dead. This guy here, he's going to die, and I think it's GG for Lojza right now. He knows it. Surely he knows it. He's hardly hit Mr. Yo's economy at all, and we're just touching the 20-minute of game time here, and Lojza's villagers are nowhere to be seen. He's down by 10 vills total. He's only got 4 extra military, and he's not doing a whole lot with it. He should be looking to find some vills. He's going to kill 1, maybe. Yeah, there you go, 1 vill down. But is it really enough? I don't think so. This is Lojza's... this is Yo's game at this point, but, you know, can Lojza make a comeback? Maybe. Some people think it's possible. Perhaps it is. But right now, Lojza has got a huge hill to climb, and this watchtower going up on his wood is going to be hard to defend. He still doesn't even have a barracks, and with towers going up as well, it's going to make it difficult for his boats to be able to do anything at all. So, tower up, villagers coming into a fight, and of course, they're going to die. There's no question about it. 1 vill dead already. Another one just died there a second ago. And Lojza's just done for. He's not got enough wood to build a new tower. I mean, a new camp. He has now, so he might rebuild it somewhere else. But yeah, he's in trouble. He's still fighting on, though. He's still fighting on. There's a glimmer of hope here for Lojza as he continues to fight onwards, bringing his galleys underneath this watchtower to try and do some more damage there and take it down. He will win this little engagement at the back. He might even kill some villagers, which would be a huge achievement for him. There you go. He's going to get a few more. Thank you very much, Nightbringer57, for resubscribing for 6 months in a row. That's half a year of subscriptions, half a year of support from Nightbringer. So thank you very much, Nightbringer. Very much appreciated. And as always, I appreciate all of you guys who continue to support the stream and support what I'm doing. All I can hope is that you're enjoying the games and the content. So yeah, but yeah, Lojza here taking down these galleys. That's actually a pretty good win for him. And look at the scores. The hope, the dream is alive right now. Lojza, he might be behind by 10 villagers, but he's ahead by 14 military. And he is not given in just yet. But it's going to become more and more difficult for him to hurt Mr. Yo's economy here. Mr. Yo going to buy himself up to the castle age, sorry, just a sec. He'll buy 200 food, and he will click up. These villagers at the edge, they are safe and sound away from the water. And water control is only so good in this matchup. With it, Castle Age coming in, Mr. Yo making a lot of farms, Mr. Yo taking a decent amount of gold, we can only expect one thing, and that is going to be Knights. Once Mr. Yo gets to the Castle Age, Knights going to come out, and, well, we can say goodbye to what remains of Lojza's economy. There's really nothing that remains. I mean, there's just nothing here. But that's that stable there from Mr. Yo. It's behind Lojza as well, so Lojza's going to have no idea that it's even there. Uh-oh. Lojza, just, I don't know, stubborn, doesn't want to build a barracks, doesn't want to do anything, and he's not taking any gold either, so right now, he has 0 production on his docks, he has 0 gold income, he's not going to get to the Castle Age anytime soon, unless he moves out to take some gold, and even then, it's going to be tough because, well, Lojza is going to be against Knights very soon, and I think he might just see that stable there. Yeah, he sees that stable going up. He knows what's coming his way then if he spots that out. But even if he spots it out, even if he knows this is coming his way, what can he do? I don't think he can do a lot, to be honest with you. I don't think he can do a lot. Mr. Yo here, scale barding armor coming in. Lojza throwing down a market. It looks like he's going to sell some wood and maybe buy a little bit of food. But the food price has already gone up because obviously Mr. Yo's already bought food. So that's less than ideal. And over here, yet again, losing another villager. It's like Lojza can't help but lose vills. Mr. Yo, Castle Age, Lojza, still no GG. Still no GG today, and Lojza's entire base, everything he's worked for this game, could be summed up on one screen, and it's a little bit sad looking at that. This is the thing, like, this is so easy to harass. There's so many holes here. These walls are like blocking all of his villages in. There's holes between the trees here. Even if there's not a hole, there's a palisade wall. What's it going to do against Knights? Not a lot. And Lojza here going to try and retake some gold, but Yo is making a siege workshop. That's going to be a mangonel pretty much straight away, and the villagers are going to die. It's basically GG at this point, but we will see if Lojza calls it now or whether he will try and hold on. He has just clicked up to the Castle Age, and the game is now paused. Now, I don't know if it's paused by Lojza. I don't know if it's paused by Mr. Yo. Not really sure what's going on. Obviously, when it says waiting for players, we know that it's just a pause from one of the players here. And I have to wait for it to unpause, and then maybe we'll find out. Anyway, yeah, Lojza here, it's just, he's done for. Even if he managed to wall these villas in and keep the Knights out, like I say, the mangonel is going to clean him up. And there's the unpause. Okay, so Lojza here, clicking up to the Castle Age. Will he be able to hold on? It's unlikely, but Mr. Yo's making camels? What? Okay, he's making camels on the front. I have no idea why he's making camels here. That would just make 0 sense. But down at the south, he is making Knights. And he'll come up here towards Lojza's economy, which is just there for the taking. I mean, he doesn't even have a barracks to make any spearmen. In fact, no, he's going to go for these villas in the gold first, but honestly, yeah, it's probably better just to go for this big palisade wall that Lojza can there's no possible way Lojza could wall behind that. So, very easy for Mr. Yo to get in. And there's the mangonel that I spoke about, and camels, are camels like, I can't remember, but I think maybe camels are effective against boats. I think they are, you know. Yeah, camels have an extra 5 damage against boats. Did you see that? That camel did 10 damage in one hit. Which is a really weird thing. I mean, look at that. They're doing 10 damage. However, they also die really quickly to arrow fire. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I think maybe the camels were to deal with some boats. But there you go. He's attacking this wall. Kind of expected that. There's a mangonel down here. So, bye-bye gold once again. In fact, that wasn't even walled off. There was a hole. There's always a hole. I'm telling you, guys, there's always a hole. And Mr. Yo now can move up here. Lojza, Castle Age. He's holding on in there. I can't believe this. If he actually comes back from this position, I'm going to be amazed. I'm going to be amazed. I don't know how it is possible, but Lojza's having a good crack at it. He's going to try as hard as he can. He's throwing up a TC on the right-hand side. And War Galley is going to give him a little bit of leverage. You know, he can actually come around the back and start hitting these villas from a bit further away. He might be able to do a bit more damage, but whoa, Mr. Yo with a castle over at the back. I didn't actually expect him to be building a castle already. I guess he took quite a bit of stone earlier on. That will protect his gold. So the boat's going to be very ineffective there. But the boats versus camels and knights, the boat's generally going to get the upper hand because they just have so much health. They have such good stats for their price. 135 health, of course, and for 30 gold, they're really cheap compared to knights as well. Obviously, they do cost a bit more wood compared to the knights costing food, but it's worth it. I mean, boats are very strong, but boats are just very strong units against land units in general. But in this position, yeah, I think it's kind of like maybe a bit futile for Lojza, but he is still playing on it. I got to give him credit for that. 2 TCs coming up for Mr. Yo. Lojza's got his 1 TC down at the south, but he's keeping on in there. He's hanging on in there. Mr. Yo with some fires, and of course we know how that's going to end. Fires incredibly crap. This is the thing, like, people make fires and expect that one fire will be able to, like, do a lot of damage against, you know, 7 or 8 galleys. It just doesn't work that way. You need a good number of them. But even then, even when there's a good number of galleys, fires still, a good number of fires, they're still a bit underwhelming, you know. So I kind of eat my words, or regret saying what I said earlier on about games on this map lasting very short while, but I think it's gonna be very, very quick finish here from now on. I mean, Lojza's losing villas on this right side on the gold. Mr. Yo's gonna chase them down, and I mean, knights are just a bit more versatile here. Of course, the galleys can do a lot of damage from the water, from the shallows, but the knights are more versatile. They can really hold down the edge of the map, and that is where the important resources are for Lojza. Lojza now, once again, with no gold income, and his boat's converted by Mr. Yo. He's really stubborn, isn't he? He is so very stubborn. And, well, all these knights out here, like I say, I mean, Lojza not able to get these gold piles, not able to get these stones and golds out on the edge. So I think he's hoping that maybe he can do enough damage with his war galleys here to kind of catch up in terms of eco. But I think even that is a little bit optimistic. He is 20 villagers behind. Sorry, 30 villagers behind. 30 villagers. Gosh, there's so many, and still fighting on. Finally, barracks coming up. He's going to go down the route of pikemen here, it seems. It's about time. I've been saying, like, he's not even got a barracks for maybe 20 minutes of game time now. He needs a barracks, and he is going to go for some pikes, it seems. Spears now on the way out. But even still, it's going to be tough. I mean, they're only for defensive purposes. He might be able to put them out on the gold, for instance, and keep them, you know, keep his villagers safe from night raids. But things like mangonels and stuff, and maybe if Yo gets tempted to do some scorpions, could also be very good. But Mr. Yo, well, it looks like he might take this to the Imperial Age. He's got so many resources. Nearly 1,000 gold. Nearly 1,000 food, 1,200 gold. And so I imagine maybe we'll see him go up to Imp. Maybe he'll buy a bit of food. Who knows? He's got his castle here. He's doing some Mangadai right now. And there's another castle coming up on the right side. There's basically no way he could lose this. Surely. There's no way. It's not possible in this position. But yet Lojza plays on. And Lojza thinks he might just have a shot at it. So we'll see. 50 food to go, and Mr. Yo can click up to Imp. 20 food to go. Now he can click up. There you go. 1,000 food, 1,200 gold. He's going up to the Imperial Age. Maybe that is the sign that Lojza needs. Maybe. But he is desperate. He's desperate for this draw here, and you can't blame him. I mean, I like this. I like that he's still trying. I do like that. I gotta give him credit for that. Kudos. But yeah, still no gold for Lojza. He's gonna try and retake it, I think, in a minute by positioning these spears out here. In fact, he's taking stone, which is unexpected. But the spear's definitely gonna be able to deal with the knights, though Mr. Yo does have good upgrades here. He's got +2 defense and bloodlines. It's not like these are unupgraded or anything, and these spears have no upgrades at all. But still, I mean, Mr. Yo won't want to engage that still. That is understandable. But University coming up here for Lojza. Ballistics, perhaps, maybe looking for ballistics. He's going to need a bit of gold to be able to afford that, though. So he still needs to send gold villagers out. And, well, he has plenty of wood. But that is messy, to say the least. Messy stuff. So Magadai coming out now for Yo. And Magadai actually pretty good at taking down ships as well. So once Mr. Yo gets in, I think maybe Lojza will be tempted to call GG then. But for now, Magadai can go and raid. They can take down the spears very easily. And they can also continue to harass the villagers of Lojza by picking them off from behind the wood lines, rather than actually having to run under the TCs, for instance. But yeah, as soon as he hits Imp, we can expect to see Bracer, things like that. He hasn't got the resources for Elite Magadai straight away. But for now, I think, a few Magadai with Bracers can be more than enough. And oh gosh, on the right side, Mr. Yo dropping down a castle, and Lojza has no clue. This is basically going to zone him off the gold yet again. It's like every single time Lojza makes a play for the gold, it just doesn't work. And Mr. Yo going to clean up those spears, going to disrupt the villas on the stone there. That explains why Lojza was taking stone, so he could build this TC. But lo and behold, the castle's going to go up, and the TC is going to be basically rendered completely useless. That is going down. Those villas, I mean, well, it might complete. A couple of villas might die, but it's GG, and Lojza's calling it. He knows it. Imperial Age for Yo. The castle on the right side, denying that gold yet again, and well played by Mr. Yo. I mean, we knew he had that game. He had that game from basically minute 12. when he killed so many villagers that early on, you know at that point that he has basically secured himself the win. But Lojza played on. He was hoping maybe Mr. Yo would make some mistakes. Maybe Mr. Yo would get complacent in his advantage, which can happen sometimes. But the comeback just wasn't real this time around, sadly, and Lojza was unable to make it work. I do like that he played on. I do like his attempt at making all these war galleys. It was certainly interesting, and I think he did decent damage to Mr. Yo. He killed a few villas out here on the wood lines and stuff, but with no map control on the land, it was